Alright, we are puppets. Can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me fine. Microphone should be working. Alright. Okay, well, so basically what we're doing today is we just took off from Shoreham in the UK. You can see the nice cliffs over here. Just gonna cross the channel towards Lituke. These three are very famous airport during the World War II era. Now it's used generally as a general aviation airport. It's a very nice place to fly in actually, and have a nice town at the coast. Can get some nice food on there. But of course it's an interesting flight as well, because they're gonna fly low over the channel, 2,500 feet to cross. And it's the A2A, so you never know with the persistent states with the engine how it's gonna go. This is a used aircraft as well, so if you can see, when we go to maintenance, you can see the engine has 2,178 hours, the airframe 2,750. So it's a used airplane basically. If you inspect, you can see there's already some issues here. The left magneto fuel pump here, let's say this engine-driven fuel pump has a lot of time on it, and it's showing its age. Well, there are no visible leaks and fuel pressure is still good, and overhaul is recommended. Yeah, let's see. It's a bit dark here. Actually not sure if anybody's aware of this. I can turn my instrument lighting on, but I'm not sure if there's any lights maybe for the panel. Maybe this is better. Okay, let's have a look here. All pressure is good in the green. All temps are good. Fuel pressure is good. I'm gonna change maybe the fuel tank for a bit, since we've used a little bit on the left one. I'm gonna go with the right main. Yeah, definitely, I love this aircraft because of its persistent state. It's basically like owning an aircraft that make trips, and things will wear over time and you might run into some trouble. The CV is really nice as well. Shows all the cylinders. Battery voltage is low. You can see the fine specs, and since battery low voltage, this battery can use a charge either by charger or by letting the engine run for an hour or so. Yeah, this is all quite cool stuff. You guys in the chat, do you have the own the A2A Comanche as well, or been interested in getting it? Yeah, definitely. I mean, Microsoft Flight Simulator itself is not that detailed, but it's these developers. They made these detailed aircraft that you can buy as add-ons. And this one is probably the best general aviation aircraft. It's actually, I think it's the only developer, A2A, that has this persistent state. So basically whatever you do, however you leave the aircraft, in what state you leave it in. If you start a new flight, let's say another day, the aircraft will be exactly in the same state as you left it. Are you watching on a VR headset? It's awesome. Yeah, I don't have VR, but that would be pretty cool, especially general aviation. But yeah, this plane is definitely can't recommend it enough. If you like general aviation, it's definitely the best plane to get. Single engine. They also have a Aerostar. They have a twin engine plane as well that you can get. It's the same thing. It also simulates everything as the persistent state. You can change the avionics as well. You have all kind of options here. You can change the GPS, GNS 530, 430. You can choose no GPS. Yeah, there's all kind of settings. There you have the fuel payload, so you can select passengers, luggage, how much fuel you want. You can see the CG if you're within the range. But you can use Steam to put you in the cockpit in that game. Oh really? I didn't know that. Yeah, VR is definitely something I have to look into, because it definitely makes the feel of Flight Simulator even more realistic. Also, it's important to, like, in the leaning of the aircraft, all of that stuff is important as well, because if you don't lean correctly, your magnetos are gonna, the spark plugs are gonna wear off as well. So, this is a used aircraft, and well, actually I'm running on the left now. The left spark plug is a bit worn already, so when I did the run-up, you saw that the RPM, I kept it at 2000. I went to the left and it dropped by more than 100 RPMs. Well, you can hear the beep when it says down. That means I gotta trim down a little bit for the autopilot. It's a very simple autopilot. Basically, autopilot has altitude engage, so once you capture an altitude manually, you can press self-engage, and then it will hold the altitude and it will make a beep sound. If it needs trim up or down, then the light will come up here, and then you need to trim to keep the autopilot working well. And this, you just got this push mode selector. I've got heading engage for it now. I'm just flying my heading towards Le Touquet. We'll see when we get closer to land if we're getting close. Okay, if we're getting quite close to Le Touquet or not. And I love this. Well, let me trim down a bit more. I love this GPS as well, because can just go here, LFOX, this is where we're going. You can click on it, and then you can go here, waypoint info, hit info, to get France. You can view the charts. Let's see what procedures they have, runways, weather data, then no NOTAMs available. Booking points, frequencies, everything. It's a great talent. Adapt your game into VR. It's called Steam Link. Okay, I'll go have to take a look at that. That's quite cool. I wouldn't want to do this in real life though, cross the channel at night in a single engine. I mean, even during the day, it's a single engine channel crossing. It's not. You never know, something happens to your engine and there's not much you can do if it does if you're above the water. There's another cool feature actually that this GPS, the GTM750X has. If you press the direct button long enough, it will engage glides, like emergency glide mode. Like if you lost your engine, it will point to the direction, show you the direction where you need to, where's the closest airport for you to glide to. But now we're probably too far anyway, but let me give it a try for so smart glide. That activates no airport in range, yeah. That's quite a cool feature of this cancel glide. Okay. Yeah, this is a really cool item. Because the aircraft have emergency flotations. But yeah, I should have something if I go over the water, but I don't think we got anything on board here. Let's say we are wearing, when the aircraft is gonna sink, but let's say we are wearing our vest, you know, our life vest. I mean, that's definitely what I have flown in real life over, well, some water before with single engine, and I didn't wear a life vest at the time. But the aircraft itself doesn't have anything to float. Right. See, so this is in miles per hour. It's all on this aircraft, and you have here this small, so they're doing almost 140 knots, 160 miles approximately. Let me see if there's any VORs all close to it, okay, that we can tune in. We got Bravo number Echo, Bologna. Just slightly to the left, it gives an idea. We tune out one engines for situational awareness. So 1138 active. Oh yeah, the Icon 5 here, yeah. Yeah, that's a cool aircraft. I think it's a standard aircraft in this game as well. There you can land, you can fly, you can land on the water, or you can take over. It's a water aircraft now, water plane. I haven't flown it once though, but that's definitely a cool plane. Do you play any flight simulators, VR puppets? Or have you ever flown anything in real life? Everything you can in the green still here. So another look at that iPad plate gliders, which is Google Earth like distance gliders thing. Okay, I haven't heard of that one. So it uses Google Earth. Okay, it's quite cool. I remember a long time ago, I went on Google Earth as well, and it had this like, didn't really have a cockpit, but it had this like head-up display or something that you could see speed, altitude, and you could like fly through the sky. I played that a bit when I was a kid before I started Flight Simulator. It's VR. Oh, that's quite cool. Must have some good view. You can go all these places, get good views with the Google Earth. That's quite cool from their home. But there I can see some land already. I think we're getting, I think the Lituk is more towards the, wait a second. I think this, you can see the runaway in the distance. I believe that it's Lituk. So I'm going to turn slightly to the right. This has paranoters and ultranudes. Okay. That's quite cool. Well, Lituk, we have some amazing places. Lituk as well. I've flown there before in real life, and basically you can fly into there when it's good weather. It's nice, and you can rent a bike at the airport. It can drive to the town and to the beach. Have some lunch, lay a little bit on the beach, relax, and then just fly back to where you came from. It's really nice. Oh, you ever be interested to get a flight simulator earlier, but because it's quite cool. I mean, it's worth it, in my opinion. Since you use VR, I guess you have a good computer for flight sim as well. I mean, to use flight simulator in VR, you need a really strong computer. Very expensive one. So a lot of look at this iPad here. Hello, maintenance. Okay, it's time to load. The only thing that's a bit disappointing here is, and as we can see if we check the weather from the Lituk. So, weather data, it should have scatter clouds 2100, scatter clouds 2900, but it looks way better than that. Looks a bit too good weather compared to real life, so yeah, sometimes Microsoft Flight Simulator weather is a bit off. It's not always the best. The equestrian simple Google Earth, just fine. Alright. Definitely have to look into VR headset because VR is quite, must be an amazing experience. I've never even tried it, to be honest. I've never ever had a VR headset on me. That must be amazing. Must be a cool experience. And the nice thing as well with VR playing flight simulators, you can just tilt your head left, right, and it will follow your head movements, which is cool. I have to click with my mouse and go left, right. It's not as cool. Yeah, no, the missing out. I might get one. I mean, I just got this computer, which is quite a strong computer, so I think even VR headset, it's like a flight simulator would work on this computer. I do have a big, a nice screen, a 32-inch screen with what's it called, with a little bit of a bend screen. You can grab the open earrings and use ear instruments and the truck and air mixture and everything in the, yeah, that's true. Yeah, that's true. That's really cool as well. But I have to fiddle around with with the mouse too much. You don't need that much hardware, I guess, if you have a VR headset, because you can just use the headset. That's it. Okay, we're getting closer to the airport. When will I take over manually now? Gonna make a left, final left base. May actually, let me double check the wind. So 340 at 10. Okay. So actually we need to land on in the other direction, runway 29. Yeah, that's a shame because I like to come in from over the sea. In that case, I'm gonna make a left-hand downwinds. I believe it's runway 29 if I remember. Let's have a look. But runway is... oh, it's 31. Okay, yeah, 31. Well, yeah, it's disconnecting the autopilots. The starts the descent here. So here right in front of us, those lights just before the beach is it down. Okay, so it's really close to the airport. The full name is called Queen Elizabeth something, but okay. So after Queen. Because I believe the Brits used it a lot to cross to France. You should fly Los Angeles International to San Francisco. Oh yeah, that's there. That's a nice, beautiful scenery. I've done that before. I mean, I didn't make a YouTube video out of it, but before I started my channel, I've done that flight. Yeah, that's a good idea. I should definitely do that. I like to fly the Boeing 737 a lot, so I might actually do that in the 737. Or even with this airplane as well. To enjoy the scenery. You have to use air traffic call-outs, and on plane you can, and there is ways you can have some. You can use the standard air traffic air control. You can talk. You can tune Paris Center, get it here, nearest airport, finally to K. And I can't tell, but there's nobody I'm flying with. Instead of crest full stop landing, it will walk for me. There's also
Tower, Piper November 822 Juliet Hotel is 4 miles west, 2000 with Echo to land.
Piper November 822 Juliet Hotel, Utuquit Tower.
yeah, this one's at only 5.
015, enter left base runway 13.
Yeah, so this is how you can tell on the standard flight simulator. You can also use a VATSIM, which is people or real people talking. So there's a real people who control different airports, and you can fly into it with other people, and it's very, very cool, almost like real life. If you want to look it up on YouTube, like VATSIM flights. Or you can also have AI, ATC, like beyond ATC, or you can pay for a subscription or something, and then you can talk with AI. But I don't like the AI ATC and this. I like fencing, but if I don't fly online, I usually don't use ATC. Because AI it's not the best, in my opinion. Alright, we're getting close, so wait a second. Wasn't this the button to turn? I gotta be careful here. Other get this light off now. Pretty sure. Oh, there we go. Okay. Alright, let's keep the descent going. Slow down, let's get a bit more. Nick here and let's turn the landing lights on. The airport landing lights indeed. It's a bit high right off where not really following a normal traffic pattern, just relaxing. Right, let's start the turn now. Keep the descent going. But now is when VR would be great to just look around, look left and right, instead of trying to steer the mouse. This is when VR would come in really great. Okay, we're going to get the landing gear down. We'll help us slow down a bit. You can see 3 whites, 1 red. So come on profile. I just quickly unlock your flex out. Let's get full mixture, full RPM. Let's turn the fuel pump on. We'll slowly start turning final. We'll keep about 500 feet a minute for now. Let's slightly get to the left of center line here. Getting back. Yeah, I can imagine, yeah. I can imagine it's hard to go back once you go VR. It's a whole different world, I imagine. I wish I could see how this looks now in VR.
Five hundred.
Try to kill. Still to the left here. The wind is scoring from 340, so slightly from the right. Well, let's continue to slow down a little bit more. It's been a while since, a few days since I've landed this. I haven't done much landings here in this, so let's see how it goes. It's a bit of a crosswind here. Where am I? Not that.
Piper 2 Juliet Hotel. Turn next taxiway.
This is a bit. There you go. Bit of hard braking there, but okay, let's turn the fuel pump off. Let's get the landing lights off.
Piper 2 Juliet Hotel. Contact ground on 121.
I'm gonna turn this. Just gotta switch the radio frequency here, so they stop talking. Okay, so lights are off. Let's turn the mixture a bit more lean. And here we are. A2A. Nothing like motion sickness in the morning. Yeah, but certainly the air was not a bad landing. The scenery is quite nice as all can see here. A2A. I'll show you some other cool thing as well with this aircraft that you can do once we park up and shut down the engine. Let's park over here somewhere. Oops, and then more braking there. Alright, let's shut her down. Set the parking brake. Lights off. Keep the heat off. And the master switch off. Avionics first. Oof, that's bright. Alright, we can open the door. The cool thing is you can walk outside here. It can something not working right now. I'm supposed to be able to walk. For some reasons, white buttons are not working. Let me try to go back inside. Outside. Nope. That's not working. Well, that's a shame. But yeah, normally you can move all these surfaces. So you can check the fuel, all that kind of stuff. But if for some reason I'm stuck and I cannot walk, it's a shame. I can open at least things that are near me. I can say we can open the baggage. If you go to the front, you can check the oil, everything. It's quite cool. Alright. Yeah, well, that was it for this short flight. Thanks for watching there, and thanks for the chat VR puppet. We'll definitely have a look into VR. Definitely have to do it. So I hope you enjoyed it a little bit. And yeah, hope to see you in a stream in the future. Or hope you enjoy my other videos that I upload. I've got quite a new channel, it's only like 2 weeks old now. We've got a few videos on. So if you're interested, feel free to have a look. And I'll try to make some more content in the future. So thanks for watching, and see you next time.